Mic off.
Cometh the man, and cometh the hour. When the game is tough and the struggles are high, all it takes is one man to turn the tide. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the SRL Mines Grand Final. Your Monday afternoon, we're here at Accor Stadium. The stadium's packed, the fans, they're alive, and leading at his side is Jack Jimmy, the Melbourne Ravens, the away side here this evening. But I'm sure the Sea of Purple will be alive here at Accor Stadium. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by the one and only Snicko Bro up with me in the commentary box here this evening.
Hey Eddie, you said it best. Cometh the man, cometh the hour. Big grand final we have on us. We have here today. Mine's Monday. It's been building all season. I think the best two teams are here, and I'm really excited to see who comes out on top.
Indeed I am, as the national anthem is played in the background. Both players taking the time just to gather their thoughts, prepare themselves, and both sides are 80 minutes away for an SRL Mines Premiership, the final one of its kind. And there's John Baker's put the ball onto the tee. Both sides roaring, red hot. The Ravens having the last victory against the Bluetongues after they had to go the hard way to get into the grand final here this evening. John Bakers will get us underway for the SRL Mines Grand Final. He'll drive it down the end there. Beautiful stuff. Returning it off now to Ilias, the new Bronco. He'll be in Season 7 of the SRL. But as the Ravens get first, I should say the Bluetongues get first set with the ball. Good evening to you down on the sideline, Dustin Richards and Tim James.
Yeah, good evening, boys. It's going to be a cracker of a game. As you said, the last ever Mines Grand Final. A couple of these boys will be playing in Season 7. But Tim, who do you look out for tonight?
Yeah, Dusty. Obviously, you know, the Premiership winners last season are Bluetongues. They're a firing hot side, and you know, they're a team to beat. So I reckon Ravens are going to be out on their toes, firing up, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, 100%. But it's going to be into touch, and it's going to be a Ravens ball on the 30. Back to you boys up there.
And the 40-30 there, thinking that they're in the NRLW, but unfortunately it was 10 metres short. Herrick Lind with the kick there. Matty Johns will get the Ravens underway with their first touch of the ball and hand it off there to the brand new lock-in Mahana Olu. Up to the 30 now. They'll go left. Joyce linking with his halves partner and Bakers now. They're 40 out of their own line here. The Melbourne Ravens, that'll be second tackle. They're going to go right. Johns out the back to the dangerous fullback and Riley Flynn. He'll hand it off to Joyce. He'll wear a shot for his troubles now. Third, it's going to be Kelly for a run. Not being able to find full stride there. 5 short of the halfway for them. This will be fourth tackle. Johns, he'll send it left. Mana Olu fending off one now. And out the back there will be Thomas Usher to bring him down. Fifth tackle now for the Ravens. They'll send it into the pocket for the kick from Bakers. The crossfield punt down into the 10-meter box. Goku Simpson for the return now. Off to the races. That's a beautiful tackle made there by Eddie Devon. Besides not being there on the kick chase there, Snicko, a very good start with the ball from the Melbourne Ravens.
Oh, a great start from the Ravens. They capitalised on that kick into touch by Henrik Lind early, got through their set and a big kick. And with the fullback out of position, Tom Usher had just made the tackle on Mahana Olu. They really did well to isolate Goku Simpson. So even though the chase wasn't that good, as Usher goes through, but Comedy comes up with the ball.
Overplaying his hand there, Usher. We were just talking about him, giving him praise. The commentator's curse already effect. 5 minutes into the game now. And there's that man, Mahana Olu going for a run, 35 out of their own line. That'll be second tackle. Johns will work the short side now. Bakers tuck the ball under and run. 5 short of the halfway. They're going to bring it right now. They'll work it out the back. Ixatoki will go for a run. Over the halfway now. That's fourth now for the Ravens. Johns, he'll send it left. Buckley for a settler. He'll offload it. Ixatoki for another run. The forwards here from both sides going to have to be firing early. Now they'll work it left. Joyce with the kick. Downfield to Goku Simpson. Will take it on the full for the return. This is what we've been seeing from him. But Riley Finn will cover up. 5 minutes in, the crowd sounds alive. Dustin, What are your thoughts on the game so far, and how's the sideline hold them up?
Oh, look, the Bluetongues, they're on their feet already. They're loving every run that Goku Simpson, the new sensation, is taking. It's going to be a good one here, boys. Tim, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, over on the Ravens bench, they're getting pretty hectic, I might say. You know, they want the Bluetongues to just, you know, they want to get into the Bluetongues' head, and obviously, you know, Tongues firing up so far, but you know, Ravens, they're up and going, Dusty.
Alrighty,
That's
Tim,
good.
thank you.
And Jack Jimmy now, 30 out of the opposition line. Beautiful kick return there from him, finding the space, roaring down the sideline. They're working now after Bruce Buckley, who will put together a strong run too to bring him down in the tackle there. And Matty Johns will work it left now. Eddie Devon, the Bronco next season, up over the halfway now for them. Johns looking to work the short side. That's where he's going to go. Buckley cut out ball. Jack Jimmy not able to find any space on that occasion. They'll be fourth now for the Ravens. They'll go right. And it's going to be Eddie Devon who will take the settling run for the set. 58 gained in the 5 tackle set for the Ravens. He'll play the ball. Johns will send it out the back for Bakers to do the kicking duties. And Goku Simpson for the return, looking dangerous to start off the evening here. Snicko, bro.
Yeah, the new sensation really carving up. That's 3 kicks in a row that the Ravens have sent down his edge. I think he's beat the first tackler every time. The Ravens have Jack Jimmy out there, the captain, defending. So you'd think that maybe that's a bit of a ploy. He knows he's a strong defender. He's
Oh, big shot.
good night.
I believe that was Bruce Buckley. Put him right on his backside. Good night. Now they're going to go left. Bakers, short ball to Devon. A good chance here now for the Melbourne Ravens in the Bluetongues half. Field position is key. They need to use it. Buckley, cut up all to Jack Jimmy now. Thomas Usher will cover him up there. 25 out off their own line. Can the Bluetongues hold on this attacking raid? Eddie Devon will go for a run. That's going to be third now. They'll play the ball. They're going to work it back to the middle of the field. Riley Flynn, dangerous. One-on-one. They get extra defenders in, as they should. Now they're going to go right. Bruce Buckley, the man who got them the ball. He'll drive. Now he's going to be pulled down short in front of the sticks. 5th tackle. They're going to look for the aerial raid. Watch out, Bluetongues. Grab a kick, matter of fact. Ixatoki will drive. He's going to be pulled up short. What a turn of events here. We're only 10 minutes into the game, and it looks like we've been going for at least 40 minutes, Dustin.
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was longer, but just on the Ravens, Bluetongues bench, they're up about. The bench was yelling at his team just to defend. Be strong here. I don't know about the Ravens, but I'm sure they're up on their feet cheering for him. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, same goes over here, Dusty. Everyone's up on their feet. You know, Ravens, they keep kicking at Goku Simpson. As you see, knock on here. But they keep kicking at Goku Simpson. He's obviously the new sensation, stepping around everyone. As you see, Kelly through the line. Back up to you, boys.
And beautiful run there from Kelly. They'll work it right now. And I have to give it to Kelly. This is going to be, I believe, his first or second game starting in the SRL Mines. And he's already showing his experience from the bench coming up. The Ravens have worked their play as well, and it's looking to pay off dividends. Mahano Oluolu for the run. Losing my tongue. And now they're 10 out from the line. The Ravens working the short side. And they'll be pulled down there, just 5 out of the Bluetongues line. That's 37 gained for them. They're going to send it into the pocket now. Johns, the bomb up in front of the sticks. He'll tap it back, Johns. Picked up by the same man again. He'll offload a big shot, and that's picked up by Angie Slugger. He can't find any space. Snicko, the Ravens looking to keep the Bluetongues down here.
Yeah, I think Kyriakis Ilios has been watching what the jukebox does, because he's handed out hits left, right, and centre. That's his second one in only 15 minutes in the game. And he's really making an impact on this Ravens defence. They're a bit scared to run at him, it looks like.
They're 30 out. They'll be third tackle now for the Bluetongues. Rusty Shackelford, 220 metres last week for them. He'll be looking to have a performance like that again, but it'll be Drew Matthews for the kick. That's going to be taken there by Kelly, the big forward, getting back there. He'll drive up just outside the 40. The Ravens, they'll hold on. They're going to send it right from Devon. Buckley now straight through a hole. Bruce Buckley trying to get a foot race going with Usher. He'll be pulled up 30, short of the 30 now. That's going to be second. Johns, he'll go off to Kelly again. How good is this? 40, he'll offload it to Mana Olu. In front of the sticks now. They're looking to settle for something, the Ravens. They'll be third. The switch play now from them inside. Riley Flynn, that's going to go nowhere. And Herrick Lind is going to come in to save the day. Dustin, what are the Ravens, I should say the Bluetongues, like after that one?
Oh, look, mate, they feel very proud of themselves, but talking to their trainer, the coach is saying they're just neglecting their pressure too much. They're forfeiting it. They need to build this pressure back up. They've been playing too much footy in their own end. Whereas the Ravens team, I think they'll be a lot happier at the footy they are currently playing.
Yeah, Dusty, I've spoken to the trainer, and he's saying the pressure on the Bluetongues is what can win them the game, and obviously they're keeping the pressure up. It's just their selective kicks and their plays need to go through. They're pushing the passes way too much, and they just need to get everything right. And I think they'll be all good. Back up to you guys.
We'll sound the alarm now. We've got a foot race on now with Jack Jimmy. He's going to roar over the 30 for the Ravens. And Thomas Usher's going to come and save the day. 15 out. It's now or never. Can they open the scoring? The Melbourne Ravens. The short ball now to Eddie Devon. They're going to be 10 out now. Left hand the upright. Johns, he'll send it left. That's off to Bruce Buckley. The big forward. He'll dive down short. Thomas Usher. He collects up the crumbs. He's looking to have a statement here. And he just dove too early there, Snicko.
Yeah, just a classic case of the prop forward not knowing what to do once he got to the try line. There was no one in front of him, and somehow Thomas Usher has saved the day out of absolutely nowhere. That's the kind of defence the Bluetongues have been relying on so far in this half.
Sure, the trainers have been out there yelling at the players, defend, and they finally listened with that beautiful tackle made on Bruce Buckley. Dusty and Tim were talking about it. Now it's the Bluetongues' turn. Off to Jack Tedesco. That's the second time he's broken the line in this set. 20 minutes gone the first half. Interchanges occurring to both sides. We'll figure them out shortly. Rusty Shackelford now will go for the run. 25 out of the opposition line. They'll be looking for a kick here now. The Bathurst Bluetongues. Slow play the ball. Cortell send it off to Matthews. The grubber kick picked up. Thomas Usher in open space. But a desperation tackle at the death from the Ravens, showing they can defend as well.
Yeah, great stuff from both fullbacks in back-to-back sets. First, Thomas Usher comes up with the ball 5 minutes out from the Bluetongues line. And then Riley Flynn chops him down less than a metre out from the Ravens line. And it's becoming a bit of a shootout between these two fullbacks, but not the classical attacking kind. It's these two fullbacks showing us how good their defence is and how they're going to win their team the game.
The middle battle's been alive and it's been so key early here in the first half. Dusty, how important is it for these interchange forwards to continue the work?
Yeah, it's very important here, Eddie. They need to continue this momentum. Losing momentum now could just cost them the game. They need to ensure that they're getting this area of their game correct. They can't relinquish pressure set after set. They need to continue it. Continue that, build that pressure, and try and score tries. Tim, what do you think about the Ravens interchanges?
Yeah, the trainer's obviously spoken to him, telling them to keep this pressure on the Bluetongues. They don't like it, and he's telling him to just go out there and play maybe a Spencer Leniu role for Penrith.
Intercept! Jack Jimmy, sound the alarm! A desperation ankle tap at the death. Sorry to cut you off there, Tim. They're going to get on side now. They'll work it short to Lockyer, at the back to Johns. They've had plenty of wealth of opportunities now, the Ravens. Can they finally execute? They'll go right. Baker's short ball. And that's going to be Madison for the run. They'll bring him down short. Meters it is. That's all it is. Johns will go right. Kane Nielsen well handled. He's going to be off to the Melbourne Storm next season. Marcus getting onside. That's fourth. They'll work it left. And Joyce will go for a settling run now. He'll drive. He'll get close to that little half. This will be fifth tackle. Johns. He'll send it into the pocket. Grab a kick. Mana Olu. Alexander Great. He's going to be held up in goal. What a tackle from Lachlan Lockyer. That is beautiful stuff. And the first repeat set of the evening there, Snicko.
Yeah, tremendous stuff from the Ravens. Just really cranking up the pressure that they keep talking about. Interesting to note, Anderson's just run on from the Bluetongues. He wears the white. For what happened there, he wears the white headgear, same as Drew Matthews. And I reckon if you put the two of them together, you might get one normal size human because he's a giant and Drew Matthews is tiny.
Oh, here he is again. We love him. We love the name. So does Damien Moana in captain's chat. Now they're going to go right. Joyce for the run. He'll straight through. Matthews there to save the day. I think that they've taken your advice, Snicko. End-to-end footy here. 25 minutes gone the first half. Dusty. Both teams, they can't catch a break. They can't find any points.
Yeah, that's correct, mate. And just speaking to the boys that just came off, they understand the position where they are at. They know that they need to continue to work forward. Even one of them said, individual performances won't win us this game. We need to ensure that we are playing as a team. Going back in the Ravens' end, that was playing as a team. They need to continue that momentum and that play style. Tim, what about the Ravens boys?
Yeah, obviously, the same thing, Dusty. You know, this is sort of like the same sides. You know, they just want to keep the pressure on, but you know, they need to work as a team. You know, they're playing individually and they're not working as a team. You know, Ravens getting their shape all wrong, throwing the ball around and causing errors. And same goes for Bluetongues, you know. And it's just end-to-end footy for both teams. And they just need to get everything right. And I think the game will be back up to you guys.
That's going to be third now. Eddie Devon will settle it for the fourth tackle up on halfway. 28 gone. Matty Johns, where's he going to send the ball? He'll be right. He'll give it inside now to Riley Flynn. Individual efforts are all that are paying off here at the moment now. He'll be brought down 25 out from the Bluetongues line. They'll go into the pocket from Johns to Joyce. The crossfield punt now be taken by Angie Slugger. Slugger for the return. The scramble defense will get there. Brought down on the 25 now. They'll send it right. McKinnon. Tedesco. Out the back to Michael Corte. Bluetongues working their way out of their own end. Here's Snicko. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark. With 10 minutes away in the first half, what do both sides need to do here to find points?
I think that they just got to stick with it. Like the benches are saying, this is a pressure game. And this is why these two teams are in the grand final, because they can really crank up the pressure notch by notch and not give that little pressure release that each team is looking for at the moment. I think the first team that cracks is going to be the first team that concedes the tries. As soon as this team gets repeat sets on the other one's line, you got to think they're going to lead to tries because there's attacking weapons on both sides. And because the game's been played in between the two 20s so much, there just hasn't been a chance for either team to really show what they can do.
Oh, Jackson Chapman trying to find some space there. Brought down on the 30. I'm not sure if there's ever been an SRL Mines grand final when both sides have gone in halftime scoreless. I'd have to wait until the game is posted, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the statistician here, but Joy straight through. Tedesco will pick up the wayward pass.
That's the pressure release. That's exactly what they've been working for.
And a bit of a ricochet there, but Anderson will pick up the ball in the end. Over the 40 now, Anderson will play the ball. And Cortel send it right. Jack Tedesco going for a run, driving up to the halfway. Post-contact meters there. That'll be third now for the Bluetongues. They'll go left. Matthews out the back to McKinnon. McKinnon brought down just over the halfway now for the Bluetongues. Ravens holding on by a thread. It's going to be Thomas Susher going for a run. This defense, both sides. This time it's the Ravens. You win games with defense. But at the moment here, Dusty, it's just seeming that both sides aren't able to find their attack.
Yeah, nothing to report from the bench or any of the trainers. Just my own opinion. This is the part of the game where everyone is fatigued. They're tired. They need to understand that this is the time where it's do or die. It's you either do your job or you break. So you can't score points here. Everyone's fatigued. They just need to hold out until halftime. Tim, what's the go with your boys?
Yeah, it seems as the fatigue really starting to set in. You know, it's still scoreless and it's about to go into half-time. And you could just see before, you know, Ravens, they made a break and they just threw it to the other team. And it's like Snicko said, the pressure release is there, you know. They just keep giving it off and they just need to keep the pressure up. And
Here it is.
There it is.
That's the break that we've been looking for. It's either make it or break it, Dustin said. And the Bluetongues seeming to break by giving away that piggyback penalty. They're already inside the half. The Ravens, now they're further in. 30 out. A full tackle set here. It's going to be given off to Madison. And Mahana Olu will drive up 25 out from the Bluetongues line. Right hand the upright. Johns will send it right. The cutout ball now to Ixatoki, who I believe is going to be off to the Bulldogs next season. Oh, inside the red zone now. They'll go to Madison. Madison driving. It's 15 out. Third tackle. The Ravens are spread it left. Halves linking, taken by Bakers. They've got 2 more plays up their sleeves now. They've got the yardage. Can they find the class? They're going to go right. Joyce at the back. Riley Flynn will drive. He'll be pulled down short. 22 gained in this set now. Can they find the opening try of the SRL Mines Grand Final? Bakers grab a kick. It's Eddie Devon! The Bronco, the opening try in the SRL Mines Grand Final with 5 to go. And this stadium is finally alive, Snicko.
Yeah, my favourite lunch meat, Devon, with a big try. And there was the Bluetongues captain, Lachlan McKinnon, who gave away the big penalty. They got the Ravens in, maybe a deflection there. They got the Ravens inside. And yeah, Eddie Devon just capitalised perfectly. He's gone to the barber. He's got a fresh haircut for the occasion. And with his name under lights now, a big second half to come for him and the Ravens.
And the stories of second rows winning games. Last year, Riley Murray winning it, leading his side all the way to that SRL Mines Grand Final for the Bluetongues. The reigning premiers, the Bluetongues, looking to go back to back. But it's another second rower, a person coming up through the ranks, mentored by the likes of myself, Riley Murray, Will Kay, Eddie Devon. He's opened the scoring, and that is excellent stuff. How's the crowd feeling? I'm sure that it's alive now here, Dustin.
Yeah, the Bluetongues fans very quiet. In fact, it was actually the trainers all I could hear from this side of the field saying that's just lazy effort, and I would agree. No one tried to defend that kick, and you can tell fatigue has officially set in on the Bluetongues. They have to be careful here. Tim, what's your thoughts on that? How are your fans going?
Yeah, they're up and about, Dusty. You know, all the players, as soon as they scored that try, they all jumped up and started clapping for their second rower, Devon. The crowd's alive now, and they're going. And the trainer just said, you know, that's what we needed. We needed to keep the pressure on, and you guys done it, and say good job. And that's just the message for today. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
And a strong run there from Matty Johns from the offload. Now go right inside to Mahana Olu. Be pulled up just short of the 40 now. 2.5 to go in the first half. Early kick from Joyce. That has gone out absolutely nowhere. Goku Simpson to pick it up. He brought down in a strong tackle, mate. That's going to be first. They've got 2 minutes now, the Bluetongues, to strike back in to go into the shed. 6-all. Alexander Great straight through a hole. Riley Flynn there to cover the offload. And Jack Tedesco falling away from the Rabbitohs side, coming into the Bathurst Bluetongues. It's all the forwards here, and he's got in his side back into the game, the lock.
They say pressure is a privilege, and Jack Tedesco is performing exceptionally under pressure here right now. A great run to set him up, and all the good work that the Ravens have done has just fallen away in the minutes before halftime.
And I'm not sure if it was the Rabbitohs or the Knights as 1-2. The amount of players in the SRL, especially this season, also moving into next. One matter of seconds as Drew Matthews will slot it straight over the black dot. 6 points all. That's all it is. He'll take it back there to the tee. Snicko. We're only going to get one run here, but I'm so excited for the second half.
Yeah, this is set up to be an absolute cracker. He was actually the Knights that Jack Tedesco fell away from. There was unconfirmed reports that he wasn't happy with the leadership. I'm not sure if there was any truth to that. But yeah, he just fell away, but he found his love for the game. And he's come back into a Mines Grand Final and so far has produced the biggest moment of the game for the Bluetongues.
Bakers will strike it down for the Bluetongues to have last say with the ball. Hand it off there to Turner Jr. Will be brought down just short of the 20 there. That'll be first tackle. 30 seconds to go now in the first half of the SRL Mines Grand Final. Slugger for a run. 20 to go. Just outside of the 20-meter line now. It'll be Rusty Shackelford over to Turner Jr. again. They might get one more play here. Yes, they will. Matthews inside. Jack Tedesco. That's going to be half-time here at a Course Stadium. Both sides. 6-all going to the break. We'll see you shortly for the second half.
Video editing to thumbnail design. Flow Managing covers all of your YouTube and social media needs, relieving the stress of finding creative workers and giving you more time to be creative yourself. Why wait? Join Flow Managing and we will work for you.
Welcome back here to the second half of SRL Mines Grand Final action. Going into the schedule, both sides leading 6-all here at Accor Stadium, a packed Accor Stadium, might I say, for a reserve grade grand final. This is the most packed out that I've ever seen it. Snicko, your thoughts on the first half, going into the schedule 6-all, your opinion on who's going to take it all the way in the second?
I honestly have no idea. It's going to come down to whoever had the best speech in the sheds, I think, because you couldn't split these two teams. And talking of best speeches in the shed, I have unconfirmed reports. We might have to throw down to Dusty that Goku Simpson got up in the corner and put a boombox on his shoulder and started playing Under Pressure by Queen and just said to the boys, "Pressure's the key word today. We've been there all night and we can keep going." Dusty, is that true?
Oh, look, mate, I can say it is actually, and I myself gave a speech. I won't reveal what I said too much, but I just said the scoreboard doesn't matter right now. It's what happens at the end that matters, and right now you got 40 minutes to play some footy. But Tim James, did you make any remarkable speeches in there?
No, I didn't, Dusty. I'm just a sideline reporter, mate, but I did go in there, and I had a word with the coach, and he said that you guys are killing yourselves with all the errors out there. He did mention pressure, 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 and as that same set where he said that Bluetongues scored. And he also mentioned some other things that contain words I can't say on here, but other than that, he just says keep the pressure on.
Way above Tim and Dustin's pay grade there, but they go above and beyond for their job. It's going to be Rusty Shackelford for the run. The Bluetongues, they'll settle it in the Ravens half. They'll be 5th tackle for them. Tedesco do the kicking duties, running over 150 metres in that first half. Jack Jimmy, the captain, returning with gusto. Usher to meet him there, just over the 30 now. They'll send it right. Baker's short there to Kelly, who's back on the field. Mahano Olu, who'll bring it down shorter halfway. Looking to spread the ball right now. Baker's out the back to Kane Nilsson. Offloading it now to Matty Johns. Flick pass to Johns. 5 over the halfway. 3rd tackle, they'll go left. And that's going to be Joyce who'll go for a run. And Joyce will be brought down the same place Johns was. And now they'll work it left. Eddie Devon will settle the set now for the Ravens. 46 metres gained. Johns will send in the pocket for the punt downfield from Bakers. Ricocheted, picked up by Lind. And miscommunication early from both sides here. Snicko coming into the second half. Goku Simpson now. The run out of trouble. Flint to cover. Snicko, the Bluetongues with a good chance here.
Yeah, great chance. Goku Simpson just capitalising on Baker's overcooking that kick straight into the head of Henrik Lind. And yeah, if the Bluetongues can get over the line here, as Shackelford does
Rusty
a lot.
Shackelford, ankle tap now by Riley. Yep. They're going to send it right.
Yeah, if they can just get over the line here, it'll do a lot to settle the nerves and a lot to settle the pressure as Ilias gets really
talking
close.
about going over the line, he got close. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for it here. No, he won't. Henrik Lind will be brought up just outside of the touchline. Beautiful defensive set. They're put under pressure there. Bruce Buckley, he needs a run to get the Ravens out of trouble. He'll be pulled down 15 out of his own line. They'll go right. Baker, short ball. Nilsson, that's what they needed. The run out of trouble. And it was the danger man, the all-reliable, and Kane Nilsson, the Melbourne Stormer for next season. They're going to send it right now. Joyce will go for a run. Matthews there to cover. Just on the 40 line now. That'll be 3rd tackle. They'll work it left. Nilsson again, the workhorse, still running. Halfway now. He'll play the ball. Johns will go left. Kelly for a run, straight through a hole. A good way to finish the set off there for the Ravens. That'll be 5th tackle, 6-all, 7 gone here in the second half. Bakers, he was looking for the kick, decided to run it. Be brought down on the 30 there. Dusty, both sides giving it to each other early, showing very close signs of how the first half started.
Oh, 100%, mate. Both sides have a bit of mongrel about them in the second half. It's all about who slots the first try. I feel as if the floodgates will open whoever scores the first try in the second half. And just looking at it, both teams are getting dangerously close. This might go in the Golden Point, Tim. What do you think, mate? Golden Point Grand Final, 2015 NRL Grand Final.
Oh,
Kelly with the hit.
yeah, as I'd love to see a Golden Point Grand Final. It just shows the effort from both teams, really, and you can see it already. Like, it's 6-6 at the moment going into halftime, and it's just, the grit and grind from both teams. They just both want to keep going at each other, end-to-end footy and that. But I think the main word is pressure. I've said it a lot tonight, but it's just pressure. Keep the pressure on and you're winning.
And also, pressure can also force errors. Kelly again, the workhorse, offload there to Mana Olu. And talking about pressure can make people break. And the Bluetongues broke, giving away that penalty, which allowed the Ravens to open the scoring. But that goes vice versa. Soft defense from the Ravens. They tied it up going into the break. Joyce now give it off to Kelly. The man who started, got them up here, will end it. That'll be 5th tackle for them now. Johns, he'll give it off to Bakers. He'll get this kick right now. Watch out. Here comes Goku Simpson. And he's trucking down the sideline there, holding the speaker above his head. Snicko, is he starting off the second half like it was in the sheds? Oh! Oh my. I believe that was I'm not sure who that was, but he just got leveled.
Yeah, and Eddie Devon jumped on the ball. I think that Goku Simpson might have spent too much energy in the sheds. His first 12 minutes this half hasn't been as good as he was in the first half. But the Bluetongues are a class team, and they can get around everyone. They can pick up the play that's not doing too well. In the first half, unfortunately, with McKinnon. In the second half, it's been Goku, but so far they're holding strong.
They're looking for that inside ball there to Riley Flynn. Johns will send it left. Eddie Devon, the lonely try scorer for the Ravens. Marcus will get onside. They're going to send it right. Bakers out to Riley Flynn. He's going to cop a shot now. That was from Ilias, I believe. They'll go right. Joyce, grab a kick. Who's it picked up by? Truck Ixatoki. The Mohawk man. Not Eddie Devon this time. It's going to be the purple man, Truck Ixatoki. What about this stuff? The floodgates opening potentially. That's what Dusty thought. But talk us through that one, Snicko.
Just a great kick from Jacob Joyce. He saw the space and he took it well. Tongue kicks a Toxie on his way to the Warriors next season, and that's the kind of reason that he was signed. He just knows how to find the line. He has the look of a bit of a eclectic man, but he plays like a superstar. And yeah, if John Bakers can convert this, all of a sudden the Ravens are in a very, very strong spot for the remaining half an hour of this game.
I need to stop talking about Season 7 because I'm getting nothing right at the moment. My luck's all gone. Bakers will convert to make it 6 points of difference, and he'll pull it the right hand, the upright. Dustin Richards, down to you on the sideline.
Mate, to be honest, Bluetongues, very flat right now. They feel a bit deflated. They feel as if all this hard work they've tried to do just didn't pay off in the end. They need to ensure that those little mistakes don't creep into their game now. They've already conceded 4 points. They need to get back onto the horse and gallop away to ensure they can stay in this fight. Tim James, how's your boys feeling?
Yeah, Dusty, they're the complete opposite of your guys. They're ecstatic, they're up and they're going. They're just yelling each other's names, high-fiving each other, jumping on top of each other. And the coach sent down a message to the trainer again. I'm going to say the word again. He said, that's what happens when you keep the pressure on. The big hit from the pull. I don't know who it was, but there was a big Bruce Buckley, the Raider, big hit, and he just kept the pressure on and allowed them for Ixatoxie to score.
Excellent stuff there from both sides. I've got 2 drinks with me. I think that the Bathurst Bluetongues coach, but also mentor Riley Murray, might need a few more than that if it keeps on going on like this tonight. And that's going to be handover on the 45, just short of the halfway. Oh, and here goes El Ramono now. He'll be straight through. Ray Ramono, my apologies. Now he's going to be pulled down on the 30. First tackle now for the Bluetongues. It'll be Rusty Shackelford for the run. Short of the red zone now. They'll work the short side. Turner Jr. out to Slugger, but he's well handled. Strong tackle made there by Jackson Chapman, I believe. They'll go right. Off here. Shackelford again. Well handled on this occasion. They'll be 4th. And Cortez looking to send it that same way. Can he get the try? Slugger straight through. Into the corner. They're alive now. The Bathurst Bluetongues, the bench, the fans, the franchise. They're back in the game. Diving into the corner. Angie Slugger. Snicko.
Yeah, tremendous from the Bluetongues. I thought they overcooked it going down the short side. But Drew Matthews proved me wrong with a beautiful pass out to Angie Slugger. And you're right, the fans are up, the cheerleaders are up. I'm up and excited, and it's going to be a grand slam finish to this game of rugby league.
And we got the kick here from Drew Matthews. I'm just going to let the man do the talking. Oh, no. He's pulled it right. That's unfortunate. Dusty, the Bluetongues, they're locked up at 10-all with 25 to go here in the second half. 25 minutes for both teams to have their say who comes away with the SRL Mines Premiership.
Be calm, is what the trainer said to these boys after conceding points. He said, be calm, trust your processes. You got here by doing the little things, so go back to doing the little things. By doing these processes, you win games, so continue that. As Joe Turner gets laid out, I don't think that's a process, Timmy James. How are Ravens feeling after being tied up?
Yeah, and now they're complete opposite. They went down to flat. The trainer threw his mic, but that's what they need, you know. He used the same word that I've been saying all this time that I'm not going to say, but he said just to keep it on, as you know, they'll manage to throw the ball around and see what happens.
They're going to work it right. It's Riley Flynn for the run. Inside of the 10. Third tackle, the Ravens. Looking to strike back. They're going to go the short side. Ixatoki off to Jackson Chapman. What a tackle! Hangi Slugger driving his opposition winger into touch. My apologies. I believe that's... I'm not 100% sure. But what a tackle that is. Number 3. I'm sure the boys will help me out here. But that is grand final defense.
Yeah, Chapman looked like he was getting his fast car straight to that try line, but the Bluetongues turned up for each other just like they have all season, just like they have all game. And that's why these two sides can't be split at the moment, because at the moment, both teams are defending way better than they're attacking, and it's that kind of heart that's kept this game tied.
They're going to work it now through Matthews, who'll take a run. 5 short of the halfway. Interchanges occurring in the background. 20 minutes to go in the SRL Mines Grand Final. Malik now tied up over the halfway. It's 5th tackle. Corte in there at dummy half. He'll send it out the back. Anderson will pick up the ball. That's not the first time that's happened this evening, but it's the first time that it's happened to the Bathurst Bluetongues. They'll play the ball on the halfway here, the Ravens.
Yeah, I think the poor dummy half just got confused. He saw a man in a headgear standing one off the ruck and thought that has to be Drew Matthews. But unfortunately it went to Anderson, and yeah, not the finish that you need.
Oh no. Usher,
no.
he's pulled up awkward out of that tackle. Dustin and Tim will get on, I'm sure. But he's far deep in the end goal, Usher. He's not wanting to be involved at all in this set. It's going to go off to Bruce Buckley. Oh, if he came at him, shut the gate.
I think that's just where the fullback stands, Eddie.
That's going to be 4th now. They're going to... Which way is John's going to set it? It's going to be right. Joyce now will drive. Right hand to the upright. 5th tackle. Minutes to go. They'll send it back. Mala Olu. And Malik will pick it up. Aluku's running straight off to the sideline. Dusty, straight down to you.
Yeah, the trainer, as soon as he could, he tried to stop play, but unsuccessful in that attempt. He ran to Thomas Usher. He's going to go for a HIA bloke, so we'll get back to you just on that one. However, we know there is something wrong.
Tim?
Oh, yeah, yeah, look, the Ravens, I've obviously telling the team, their fullback's off now. They got to go hard. Forget about everything. Go hard, because their fullback's off, and they've got someone, I don't know who they've gone to fullback, but they've chosen someone. A forward gone into fullback. Oh, and there it is.
This is going to be a very interesting next 17 minutes. I believe we've got Bronco Ilias at fullback. 80 sprint speed. Oh, I can't wait to see him in open space. But nonetheless, they'll kick for touch. Johns, who'll play it 45 out from the Ravens line now. Eddie Devon will work it up the middle. Pull down on the 40. First tackle for the Ravens. They're going to send it right straight now to Riley Flynn. They're looking to expose Ilias out the back. 35 out now. They'll play the ball. Left it goes. Kelly, he'll work it off to Bruce Buckley. And Buckley now, 25 out from the opposition line. They'll send it right. Markers are offside. He'll go inside. Riley Flynn can't find the backfield at the moment. This is 4th now for the Ravens. Now they're going to work the short side. Off here to Bakers. He'll settle it for the final set. 22 gained for them. Johns, he'll send it off to the centre and Nomi. The kick up. It's taken by Slugger, the saviour, the man who is keeping the Bathurst Bluetongues grand final chances alive.
Sorry to interrupt, boys, but we do have a update on Thomas Usher. It has been categorised as a category 1 head knock, therefore he won't return in this game.
Snicko.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. I actually had vision of him undertaking his HIA assessment. They said, Usher, what are your greatest moments? And he said collaborating with Little John. So obviously not on the right. Goku Simpson through.
Oh my
Usher
gosh.
not on the right page at the moment. And yeah, it's come down to Ilias to fill the spot in the grand final at the fullback. Arguably the most important position in the SRL in the mines. And if they can pull it off here, this will be an all-time victory.
Jack Tedesco. He's going to drive Tedesco. Underneath the sticks. The ref wants to check it. He opened the scoring for the Bluetongues. Is he going to seal it? I might need another angle here. Oh, it is close. It's inches in it. I think he might. It's green lights. The bunker. They're shining on the Bathurst Bluetongues here this evening. They're ahead. 4 points the difference with a kick to come in front.
That's Tedesco's second try for the night. I think he scored it maybe in the exact same piece of grass down the other end of the field, straight under the black dot. And we talked about how he fell out of the SRL, fell out of love with the game. If he can lead the Bluetongues to victory on the back of what was a bit of a disappointing SRL season for him, it's just a message to everyone that your career is never over. And if you persevere and you put in the hard work, you too can be a mine superstar.
And also I think it comes down to just the importance of this competition, the ability that it has to reinvoke, to reignite players' careers. I can just name them: Corey Bell, Pete Veretto. Now it's Jack Tedesco's turn. And he's going to strive here this evening with Bakers to kick us back off. 13 minutes to go.
Don't forget Jack O'Neill had a big stint with the gunslingers as well.
Yes, it is, 100%. Thank you there, Snicko. Dusty Dancher on the sideline. It's moments to go until full time.
Yeah, not long now, boys. They just have to keep to these processes. We'll mention Damien Moana, future Bulldogs captain, is in the stands tonight. And just watching Jack Tedesco score a double, I'm sure he's proud of his latest signing. Tim James, how are the Ravens feeling after that try?
Yeah, I did mention that they said just to throw everything out the window and go hard because they didn't have a fullback. But then that just didn't really work out. So now they've gone back to pressure. And, you know, the trainer, very disappointed with his team and telling him just to, you know, get up on him because that was weak. That was a weak try, letting Goku Simpson right through and then, you know, putting Jack Tedesco under the sticks. So they just got to keep the pressure on and they'll be fine.
Oh no! Corte, he'll get the ball, but he'll get whacked. He's on the halfway now. They're going to work through the process now, the Bluetongues. Matthews, the stories of last season, they're going to take it to heart here for the final 10 minutes. The Ravens give away a penalty. 35 out on the 40, my apologies. Lind will kick for touch. Well, Tim, I'm going to go straight back down to you. The pressure, what's the trainer saying? How are they going to hold them out here?
Well, he just said something that I can't say, Eddie, but yeah, he's very disappointed with that one. Obviously, they wrote on the whiteboard saying pressure, 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 and it's the 70th minute now, and they've just chucked it out the window by giving away a penalty, and it's just obviously annoyed the coach, captain, and trainer. So they just need to fire up a bit more and just stop giving away weak penalties and, you know, have a crack.
Oh, big
like
shot.
that.
Lind will pick it up.
Hey,
And
Tim,
he'll be
just
pulled down
quietly-
short.
Just
It's
quietly, sorry, boys. Tim, how much are you being paid per word for saying pressure?
You don't want to know, mate.
Oh no! It's going to go off to Matthews. Anderson was straight through on the 5th. And it's going to be a turnover. And they're listening. They've got PTSD off that whiteboard, Tim. They held on. Extotoki now drive it down the sideline. 30 out now. 3 minutes to go. They're going to go left now, the Ravens. Out the back. Kelly. He can't find the line. I believe it's... No, it's not. It's 8 minutes. I can't read. Now they're going to go right. It's going to be Joyce. He'll go inside to Flynn. That's going to make it 3rd. Matty Johns looking at the markers. He won't take advantage of it. Kelly for another run.
The Ravens just need to find their speed, man. They have Ilias at the fullback. The Bluetongues do anything and just get a half break. You think they'll go all the way and score, but so far this set, their big players haven't quite touched the ball.
You have to watch this kick return here. Baker's for the kick downfield. It's Goku. We need to watch out. Oh, no, he's got way too much on that. But it pulls up. Simpson takes it into touch. The rugby league gods have shut down here in the last 7 minutes of the SRL Mines Grand Final on the Ravens, Snicko.
Yeah, and if you saw Ilias standing behind the kicker just then, Drew Matthews, he does not look like a confident man with a full set of line defense coming up. If the Ravens were ever going to snatch victory, or even just to tie things up, this is when they have to do it.
This is the moment. Who's going to shine? You spoke about they haven't given the ball to their big name players. They have to now. Jack Jimmy, the captain, in the corner! You can't write this. No book, no legend, no myth. The captain coming out of nowhere, having to pick up the reins of this team late in the season. And he's looking to get his side back into the game.
Yeah, just tremendous the way that the captain can inspire his team. And man, Bakers has not had a happy night with a boot, at least in the second half. I just hope that he can convert this one, slot this one through, and Jack Jimmy's efforts won't be in vain. You can hear the crowd, they're silent. The silence is deafening. This is the moment.
Bakers swinging it back, and it's not enough. They're going to have about 5 minutes with the ball. Dustin, down to you. What a game.
I must say, these boys are relieved that didn't go through the sticks, because if so, it could have been hell to pay from the coach, but also pressure, because I just got the memo that I'm getting paid $5 every time I say pressure. So pressure is the key. To gain pressure here, you need to ensure you're just getting the little things right once again. But the Ravens will receive it, and it's going to be a big defensive set from the Bluetongues here, I feel.
Tim?
Yeah, look, they would have been a bit more happy if the kick went over, but Jack Jimmy going over for the try. I've never seen a team much more happy than that. You know, I've been in 3 grand finals now, and, you know, not even my team was happy like that. It's just, they're hoping that they can keep this pressure on, and hopefully they can get a result from this, because it is the dying moments of this game. And they need to do something now.
Can it be a beautiful kick now from Bakers? But they'll send it to Joyce. He'll drive it downfield, taken by Angie Slugger. Slugger to return it. Strong tackle needing to be made. Yes, it does. There's 3 minutes to go now. I've got my eyes and my glasses on. They're going to go right. Out the back, Corte. Lockyer there to meet him. Snicko. It's on edge now. It's now or never.
It definitely is. I'd love to see Ilias out the back of some shape. I think that with some tired defenders, his size could be devastating. He's just a huge bloke to be playing at fullback. And we saw Jack Jimmy got through with a little half break, and he just burned Ilias at fullback. So Ravens are going to have one more set, I believe, if everything works out to his time. And they need to make the most, because that's 6 touches, and they'll decide their whole season.
Well, they're going to be kicking it down all the way into the corner of Jackson Chapman. For the return. He's found some space. And what a tackle you're talking about, Emilius. It had to be made, and it was done. 30 out now. It's less than a minute nearly. Riley Flynn now. He'll go for a run. He'll go inside to Joyce.
How did Ilias make that tackle? How did Ilias chase down Flynn?
We will never know. Ixatoki out the back. Here he goes. Riley Flynn. He'll go inside, but there he is. Corte, the hooker. He's been out there for 30 minutes.
Boys,
That's all it, I should say, 80. 80 minutes he's been out there for the hooker. Shackelford, he'll settle it. They'll work it back to the middle. It's a matter of seconds. Ricochet, Corte, he'll fend off one. The siren will ring. Picked up by Devon at the death this game, but that's it. The 2-time premiers, the Bathurst Bluetongues, goal away. They had to find the hard route, the scenic route, but they get there. Pain, agony, that's what you need to win these grand finals. The final one of the SRL Mine series. This is excellent stuff to end their season 6 of the SRL. Oh, I have no words.
Yeah, that's just tremendous from the Bluetongues. They've been up against it all season. As McKinnon raises the trophy, And the
There it
Bluetongues
is.
celebrate.
The Bluetongues, get around them, boys. Two-time premiers, Bathurst Bluetongues. This is excellent stuff. The boys, Dustin and Tim, are down the sideline getting reports from players. Until we go down to them, the Melbourne Ravens stats, the tries to Devon, Jimmy, Ixatoki. And then for the Bluetongues, it was 2 to Tedesco, Slugger. In the end, coming down to goal kicking. You spoke about it, Snicko, and that's all it was.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaking way to lose a grand final, 2 points with a goal kick. But you just have to wonder, did John Baker spend enough time at training practicing? Did he put in every little extra that he could? And he's going to have those thoughts for the rest of his life, because grand finals don't come around often. And unfortunately, his team's gone down today.
And as we move on to more individual stats here for the Melbourne Ravens. Jack Jimmy running over 200 meters, 7 line breaks. For a winger, that is excellent stuff. 1 try, trying to get them back in. Riley Flynn, 13 tackles, 9 line breaks, 4. This is excellent stuff. Tim, I want to go down to you. You've been covering the Ravens all evening, and how are they feeling after that one?
Yeah, it's pretty sad to see how they are. You know, it's just, you know, they're just getting a message from the coach saying, you know, you guys had it all game. Came down to goal kicking, really. You know, if he got all his kicks, it would have been a Ravens win, but you can't really keep on it forever. So he was told to keep their heads up high and just move forward from this. You know, enjoy the SRL, because some of them have made it now. So they're just told to enjoy it.
And before we move on, John Baker's 2 tries, just excellent stuff there. But the Bathurst Bluetongues, Michael Corte, 24 tackles. The man who we could both agree with probably did save it, because that ball was on the inside. And if anybody picked it up, they could have gone all the way. Jack Tedesco, reigniting his SRL career, 207 running meters, 3 line breaks. Goku Simpson, the man, the electric man, out of his skin, playing always. 2 tries to Tedesco. Thomas Usher going off with that injury assessment. I'll send it down to Dustin for the match report for the Bluetongues.
Yeah, mate, I was just with Jack Tedesco himself, and he said he's just thrilled and so happy to be back to where he wanted to be in the SRL. But, you know, he's got a second chance at his career with the Bulldogs next season. He'd like to thank, like, Liam Ryan, Don Pongston, Mark Lee. It's like the effort they gave into him, but he just couldn't do it. But now he's got a new sense of self-confidence in himself, and he's ready to prove that next season. But look, these boys are so happy to win this grand final. In fact, the last one, you know, they were ready to run on the field before the clock was even done. They didn't even realise they turned it over in the last second. So they'll sure celebrate this. I'm gonna go join them. Vodka cruisers and certainly some Riz Fizz in some white bags. So I'll see you later, boys.
Snicko, final report of the game. I asked you at halftime, who do you reckon take it all away in the second half? You said that you had no words. In the back of your mind, was this the result that you're thinking of?
Well, we heard about Goku Simpson's halftime speech, and you just got to wonder if that's the kind of legacy that he can have. Just the player that can inspire his team to greater heights. And yeah, I actually thought the Ravens were going to come through. I thought they were the better team in the first half, but what Lachlan McKinnon inspired his troops to do today was nothing short of legendary. And a great game, and a game that really befitted a grand final.
And 100% it did. The Melbourne Ravens, the Bathurst Bluetongues, thank you very much for hosting this event for us commentators to overview and talk on. But in the end, we only have one winger, and that's the Bathurst Bluetongues. Before we end off, it's the final game of the SRL Minds season. I want to give a special thank you to all the commissioners, Will Kay, Jack Carl, and the person who kept this competition alive, to Mark Lee and also Anthony McDonald doing stats work behind the scenes. Without all of you guys, we wouldn't have this competition here, especially to Mark, who came out of nowhere. He didn't have to do this, and he did it for us. Thank you very much to the current SRL Minds Commissioner. Well done to you. But again, good evening. Thank you very much for joining me. On behalf of all the commentators, the SRL Minds competition, thank you very much for joining us for the final SRL Minds game. Again, the Bathurst Bluetongues, congratulations to Pete Premiers. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by Snicko Bro up in the commentary box. My 2 sideline commentators, Dustin Richards, Tim James. Enjoy your evening and get set for the SRL Grand Final in the coming days.